but I don't think this is a team that will need to do that or has to do that. I think they're mature enough that we can move that around depending on the matchup that we're playing.
You mentioned that you guys are kind of anxious to play Kansas State again. Are you the type of coach that, you know, brings up the loss last year as an extra motivating factor? Is that kind of just on the players to do that themselves?
You know, I will bring it up. I don't dwell on it though. I don't hammer it because I also want them, you know, I don't want them to remember a negative thing about Kansas State. I want to use it as motivation, but not to hurt their confidence.
So how do you defend Hawkeyes?
Well, I mean, I think that we're pretty quick, and I think that is a strength of ours over her. But yeah, she's a tremendous player. I mean, she has the NCAA record for most points scored in a game at 61. That's amazing. So we can't let her have 61 in Carver for sure.
Does she look like she's regained her mobility from 2 years ago? Does she look like she did 2 years ago?
I would say not completely, but Jeff could probably answer that a lot better than I could. But I don't know that, in my opinion, she has.
Within this, tough start to the season, there's obviously been big post challenges for your group. How much does that help accelerate their growth even more, getting these big tests right out of the gate?
Yeah, we have had, good tests, and we're going to continue to have, like you mentioned, Holmes, and, in the Big Ten Conference, there's several good post players that we have to go against. So, I think this is a great experience for us, and obviously, if you play against somebody like a Hawkeyes that's different than what you might see, that helps prepare you for the NCAA tournament too, where you're going to see a variety of different styles of play.
Is there anything you're emphasizing in practice this week that maybe didn't go well in last year's matchup that you feel like needs to go well tomorrow?
I really feel like last year they drew so many fouls. Gregory drew 13 fouls on us, and that was a huge difference. She had 24 points against us, and not letting her, have that opportunity to draw fouls and put people on the bench. To me, that was, that's critical. And to keep pushing on them. I think we slowed it down a little bit too early last year, and that's my fault.
Through 3 games, Caitlin's got 27 assists and 4 turnovers. How tickled are you with that?
That's remarkable. I did not know that, Jeff. That is a remarkable statistic. Wow.
Has she taken, has she gone to another level with that as far as her, where she's going with the ball, just judgment, anything like that?
Yeah, I hope so. It's something that we talked about in the last season, is that's an area, you're always trying to find areas you can improve. Even if you're the National Player of the Year, you want to find areas to improve. And that was one of the areas that we thought she could make a little bit of improvement on. And, it's early, so you never know. And sometimes turnovers comes in bunches. But certainly, against some pretty good competition and in good hostile environments, she's been able to, handle it. That's a remarkable statistic.
I know this team has obviously plenty of experience handling success and when it comes during the season and all that. But after an eventful first week for a lot of good reasons, how strong is this team's ability to take things in stride and enjoy them, but know that there's bigger things up ahead?
I think really good. I think our team does a really good job of enjoying a win and not dwelling on it. Fortunately, we haven't had to go the other way yet this year, but I'm hoping that they'll bounce back, when we have a loss too. You have to approach it the same way every time, and I think that they're mature enough and they do that.
What makes Sid a good rebounder for her side?
Who's Sid?
Yeah.
She's got a tenacity. It's kind of like Kasheen Alexander. I mean, you remember Kasheen. She was, I think, the best rebounding guard in the country, when she played for us. But Sid's kind of the same way. She just has that tenacity that I'm going to go get the ball. And it sounds so easy, but it really is a mindset, an aggressive mindset to go get it.
Did you see